Good morning, everybody. It's 3:40 in the morning. I'm tired. Very tired. As you can see, I'm not even wearing any makeup today. When I go to work this early, sometimes I do wear makeup, but I've been doing a lot of grunt work, moving stuff, changing stuff around. So I get hot. Makeup gets messy. And then especially when you have to wear the mask too. Sorry, I'm shaking you guys. I was just like, no, this is not gonna work today. So, natural me today. I'm trying to finish up my coffee so I can wake up more. Cause I don't know, for the last couple of days I've been really tired. And getting up this early will do that. So hopefully today is my last day of work for the week. So that way I can just sleep. I think I'm gonna go visit my friend before I come home and just knock out. I'm still debating on that. I got my refill for Phentermine, and I'm happy about that. I've kind of reached a stall. I don't know what's going on. I haven't eaten more than normal. I think I've had a lot more carbs than I normally do, but my body was craving it, so I just kind of gave it to it. And so I think on my 3 days off, you know how I told you guys I don't take Phentermine on my 3 days off. I don't know if I'm going to change that this week. Or maybe just do a liquid diet, so that way if I take the Phentermine, at least one pill instead of two, then I won't be as hungry. Because you notice that when you get off of Phentermine, it's not like your appetite like instantly comes back, but you feel like a little increase that you normally wouldn't feel when you take it. So I have a couple of Atkins shakes here, and I think they're all Atkins actually. No, and Quest. So what I think I'm gonna do for the next 3 days is just try to do a liquid diet, because that's what this is. I just want to see if it will get me over the hump. And if it does, that means I'm probably introducing way too many carbs, more than I thought I was, and I might need to revamp my everyday lifestyle. Maybe change something up. What else? I have been noticing though, I guess because I'm drinking a lot of liquids, that I've been going to the bathroom a lot more frequently. I guess that means that even like before, maybe I wasn't getting enough water or liquids in my body, because like yesterday, it was like waterworks for some odd reason. And I'm not knocking it, because then that means that it's not staying in my body, which will give you water weight. Excuse me, guys. And so that's a plus. And it's like every time I decide I want to try something, I always end up doing something different. I don't know. So I've been kind of inspired by a couple of things that I've been seeing, like the international snacks and stuff like that. And I actually got one, and I have another one coming today. This one is the Japanese one. I think the one that I have coming is the international one. So according to this, there's like 30 different types of Japanese candy in here. I wanted to try to do like a little, like fun little thing with a friend, or even if I have to do it by myself. I just thought it'd be fun to try. I actually saw this on Amber Lynn Reed's channel with Becky, and it just looks so interesting. Like this is her like third or fourth one, I believe, and all of them look so interesting. So I wanted to try it. So I went onto Amazon and I looked up a couple. And I decided to order 2 different ones. Because the one that she had was the Turkish one, and I thought that's what I got. Or I thought I got the international, so I had like different varieties, but no. So that's why I went back and reordered, and I got that one. And of course, I'm gonna keep this one. I mean, why not? And then we can go through a couple, because there's no way I'm gonna open up all 30 of these and eat like 2 or 3 and then throw it away or something. And but I figure I'll go through, like, I'll just take a couple pieces from here, take a pieces from there, and try it out. I just thought it'd be fun to do. What else? I hope everybody's doing well. I know there's like been a lot of surges of more cases going on with the world and stuff like that. So I'm praying that everybody stays safe, you know. And even though I'm not an like everyday, well, I'm not even a part-timer churchgoer, I do want everybody to remain healthy and happy, you know what I mean? I've been kind of, I think a lot of the things, I've been kind of out of it because, it's getting closer and closer to my mom's birthday. And this would be the first year that, she's not with me, and I guess I'm kind of feeling a certain type of way about that. So I think I haven't been myself with that. And I think that is kind of weighing on my mind a little bit. And I know people that have lost their parents, or even people that are like far away and just can't see their parents, or, whatever situation you're in that prevents you from spending time with your parents, even if you don't like them all the time, it's, you get what I'm trying to say. So I'm feeling a type of way about that. And like I said, I haven't been feeling, like, I shouldn't say I haven't been feeling great. I've been feeling fine. And then, I got my friend, and I'm feeling a little off right now. So I'm hoping that, like, when I, leave work today and I'll have time to rest, I'm going to clean up my apartment a little bit, and then I'm just going to rest. And I'm hoping that my body will jumpstart back to normal. I'm just like, So, like I was saying about the Phentermine, I'm still doing the teas. I kind of messed up this week. Like, I've been doing them, but I haven't been doing them like I'm supposed to. So I drink my tea every day. You guys know that. And if you don't, now you do. I use it every day. I drink my tea, then my coffee, or my coffee, then my tea. Today it was my tea first because I happened to wake up really early. Excuse me. And I just wanted the tea first, so that's why. I took my multivitamins. I think I showed you these in the beginning when I first started, but I'll show it to you again just so you guys can get a refresher of what vitamins I take. So these are the vitamins. Okay, there's 5 of them. It's B complex, vitamin C, vitamin E, calcium with D3, and a multivitamin. So there's 30 packs for the month, you know what I mean? And I also take an extra pill for the vitamin D because, I haven't met anybody that is not deficient in vitamin D. I mean, I haven't met a surfer or people that are beach bums. That's such a weird word to say, but people who are beachy. So maybe they would be like the only people that are not deficient, since this has to correlate with the sun and stuff. So I do take that. I take that before I take my Phentermine, and that's it. I was thinking about adding iron, because maybe it could be that my iron is a little low. I've always been somewhat of a anemic, where I'm to the point where I can't give blood even when I try to. So And always before surgery, I always, try. My doctor always like prescribes iron, and that could be another issue. I don't know. Um, or it could be just that I'm a little depressed. You know what I mean? It happens. And, you know, it's kind of scary sometimes. But I keep upbeat by doing these videos. I always feel like if nobody ever watches you, it's fine because you're able to get out what you have to say, and you just never know. Like, people could relate and, and understand where you're coming from, or you could help somebody. Who knows? So what else I gotta say? Oh, okay. So I got Skinny popcorn. I love that mess. I love it. So they came out with a new flavor. It was a twist of lime. It's awesome. I've been wanting to try it. I finally tried it. Excuse me. See what I mean when I say I'm a little off? It's a little higher. I think that one is the highest one in calories because it's like 50 calories per cup. Where the other ones are like 45, 30. I think 30 is like the lowest. Don't quote me on that. I could be wrong. I'm trying to think of what else. I haven't been drinking either. No alcohol. Maybe that's why I'm depressed. And it's not like I don't have it in the house. Like, a glass of wine never hurts anybody. But for some reason, I've just been so tired. It's just like, So it's been a good 2 weeks or so. I guess they're going to take away my alcoholic status. What else did I want to say to you guys today? I saw Emberlin's video, and I meant to touch on this a little bit. I feel bad, with her having cancer and stuff, and it's got to be like a troubling situation, to have something so unpredictable as that, and for you to be fine 1 minute and then the next minute you're not fine anymore. And I went through that with my mom's husband. This is when I was like younger, a little younger, not a little, a lot younger. I was living with them, and it was New Year's. I just remember this. And we're coming back from dropping off one of my friends. And her husband and her were in the front, and I was in the back. And we were driving back after dropping her off. Now, when I say I was young, it doesn't mean that I wasn't of driving age or anything like that. It's just that I had been drinking a little bit, and he just didn't want me to. And also, she wanted to come along, so we just dropped her off. And then on our way back, a car just slammed right into us. Right into us. And thank God for the car that he had, because my mom's husband had, like, those Cadillacs. Those Cadillacs are heavy, and so that helped. And since I was in the back, I was the least hurt. My mom was okay. He got airlifted. And before that, they were treating him for some heart kind of thing, like high blood pressure, heart problems. And, but he was fine. And when I say fine, he was a healthy man. Well, when I say healthy, I mean like he was like 2-something, like he was stocky. He wasn't fat. He was just stocky and thick, And when he got to the hospital, they airlifted him to the hospital, and he stayed there for a couple of days. I think he had a surgery. because they had to use the jaws of life to get us out of there. It was crazy. And it turned out they found out that he had cancer. So the whole time they were treating him for something else, he had cancer. And it was so fast after that. It was like he was fine. I would say like 260, 270 in weight, but he was a little bit shorter than me, maybe the same height as me. And I just remember him starting chemo. He started losing weight. He slept more. He couldn't walk anymore. It came to the point where my mom wanted him home because he was in the hospital for so many days. It was just the weirdest thing. It was like as soon as they told him his diagnosis, it was just like his body just shut down. And my mom wanted to do hospice. And for those of you guys who may not know what hospice is when the patient comes home because you want your loved one to come home, and they'll set up like a hospital bed and give you everything you need, and there's a nurse that will come in. And usually when you do hospice, you just want them to make them comfortable because they're not going to survive. And they tell you, they set my mom and me down and they were like, listen, he's gonna, let him be. If he doesn't want to eat, don't force him. If he stops eating, you can't make him eat. It's just like a whole bunch of rules you have to follow, because when or if the person passes, they have to pass as natural causes. You can't, like, let's just, God, I hate saying this, but let's just say you try to force feed them because, they haven't eaten or something, and they die. Instead of it being a natural thing, it's now you choke them, or, it becomes a whole other issue. So they make sure they go over all the rules. And like I said, there's a nurse that comes and stuff like that. But you do the majority of the work. Or in my case, my mother couldn't handle it, so I did. So I would go to work and then come home. I would bathe him. I would make sure he ate. And then when he stopped eating, they put him like a feeding tube or whatever. But it was just sad to see. And then they had like a breathing machine, and then he just passed. And it was like, I want to say 4, maybe 5 months after the accident. That's how quick it was. The dropping of the weight, the loss of life, everything. It just takes so much out of you. It's like you're fine, and then somebody tells you something and it messes up your whole frame of mind. Just like my mother. Like, one day she was fine, and then she was just like, Jen, I'm starting to lose like my memory a little bit. I'm gonna go see the doctor. Then she was fine, and then she was like, I'm starting to forget again. Can you write down the names and stuff like that? And then one day she was gone, like mentally gone. Like, she had her good days, and then she had her bad days. She always kind of knew who I was. If she didn't remember I was her daughter, then I was her sister, or I was her niece. But she knew I was related to her and stuff like that. And sometimes it's just so mentally hard to watch somebody deteriorate that is, healthy and vibrant, or just full. Like, I remember she used to go gambling all the time. She used to love weekends. She would just go, I'm going to Atlantic City. I'll be back. I remember when I was younger, my mother was crazy. But she have fun with her life, I hope. And I hope that, she's where she's at and she's living her life or death or whatever. And because I just can't picture, like, for some reason, some people, and I think even my mom said this to me, that you just stay in your body. And I was like, but no. So, like, you just close your eyes and your eyes are just closed? That nothing? Like, it's just weird to me, like, to think that, like, and that's a scary thought. I'd rather think that if I go, that I'm going to heaven and I can see other people, or on my next journey, or whatever, whether you believe in purgatory, whether you believe you just stay around until the next coming, or some people say the coming has already came, whatever. Everybody has their own way of thinking, and you just have to respect everybody's way of thinking, you know what I mean? So that's why I don't really say too much. It's just whatever you believe at the end of the day. And this is what I mean when I say that I'm a little this time around. It's 4:01, okay. It's almost time for me to go. I'm used to going to work at 6 o'clock. It's crazy. And, I picked this time because I was like, I could get so much done. And I am getting a lot done. My head is just, sorry, guys. And when you're wearing a wig, it's a mess when you're wearing a lace. So, what else? I just got way off the topic. I'm so sorry. But it all kind of it all kind of is inclusive to what I was saying about Emberlyn and how bad I feel. And I hope everything works out for her because, in truth, nobody deserves this. This is horrible. The medicines you have to take, the chemo you have to do, the changes you have to make when you feel sick. It's just a lot. It's a lot mentally. It's a lot physically. And then when you have other people in your life, it's hard on them too. And it's scary. So my thoughts are with her. So maybe instead of saying prayers, I should say my thoughts are with you or with her. But it's all in the same to me, She said she's still losing weight, and I saw that she was, I think, the last week she was like 488, and she was saying that she couldn't do one of the scans. My thing is still kind of dark. There we go. She couldn't do because she missed the weight limit, and then the other one she couldn't do because even though the weight limit was fine, she couldn't fit or something to that effect. And so she couldn't do it. I don't remember what it was she said. Which is not for nothing. Kind of weird nowadays, I remember when I was kind of her weight. I mean, I was still smaller than her, I think. Well, no, I don't think I was smaller than her because I wasn't I was like touching 4. So I don't know, but I just thought it was weird that the hospital didn't have something else that could measure whatever she needed done, because she's saying something about a light, or it's going to show where her cancer is and how bad it is and everything like that. So I'm not going to doubt her in that because I don't know. Also, I feel bad because she's supposed to be having a hysterectomy, which is crazy at 28 or 29, 28, I think she's 28. And how you won't be able to have kids, you know what I mean? Like, I think if I was in her place, I would check to see if maybe I could freeze some eggs. Maybe have somebody else have my baby. I mean, I'm sure she'll have options. But I think before I did that, that would be one of the things I did. I think if I had the money for it and I could afford it, I would really, really try. Or see if my insurance company would have compassion enough to help me out, especially if having a hysterectomy was necessary. You know what I mean? Uh, so I feel bad for all the changes that are going on. And it sucks, you know, and you would have to be cold not to feel bad for her. And I do feel bad, you know. She, you know, she's saying that she's on this weight loss journey again. I hope for her sake she stays on it. She's saying she's continuously losing weight. I mean, she used to be 5 something, so to get to 488, she is losing. And you have to commend somebody that's doing that. So I commend her. I don't. I listen. Like I said about the dieting, there's no such thing. Even though I said I was gonna do this liquid diet, but that's just a reset. And like I said, it's a short-term thing. It's not a long-term thing. I just want to see if it jumpstarts my body into losing weight again. But it's all in what you do. You know what I mean? Like, I can appreciate her and her willingness to try new things and to try to show us the way some days. I don't know. Like, some of her choices are great. Like, you see them. You see, like, she's getting these vegetables, she's getting these lean meats and stuff like that. But then she does mukbangs that have fried chicken. I love fried chicken. But I mean, if she only ate 3 pieces, I think she only ate 3 pieces, so that's fine. I mean, what is a normal amount of chicken to eat? Like, I guess it depends on your appetite, right? So 3 pieces of fried chicken is not bad, especially if they're wings or stuff. I personally like legs. So I will personally eat about 2, maybe 3 if I'm really hungry. And I'm good. Of course, my favorite is Popeyes right now because I love that chicken sandwich. But I haven't had that in, wow, months. Excuse me. Every time I go to order it or want it, it's like, no, I'm okay. And it's not the sandwich itself, it's just the chicken. Like, I'm not a breast person, but however they make this in that sandwich is awesome. And it's all meat. It's like no fat. It's so good. So good. And I haven't had it in a while. Don't mind me, I'm looking at the time. So I don't think there's anything wrong. She said that she gets a lot of criticizing for doing mukbangs. Listen, everybody gotta eat. And I've seen people do mukbangs. They're crazy. Like, the amount of food that some of them consume. And I think that there should be a distinction from, like, eating that amount of food to just eating food. You know what I mean? Like, you're just eating food on camera. Like, you went out, you got a hamburger and fries and a soda with a cookie for dessert, and you're sitting there eating that. I don't think that's considered a mukbang, and I don't think people should say that because it's not. Like, mukbangs are you preparing large amount of food and eating that. If you're not doing that, then you're sitting around eating. It's just like chat with me while I'm doing my makeup or whatever, because I think those are the only ones I know. One of these days I have to do that, and I think I did that in my last video. One of them is just stuck and trying to reload up and stuff like that. So what would you do if you knew you had some sort of illness and you weren't sure you were going to make it? Or not that you weren't going to make it, that it was going to be a long road. Would you continue on, say, losing weight, or would you just have fun and just do whatever? I mean, within reason, of course. Personally, I don't know. I mean, I don't diet too much. Well, I don't diet at all. And how I eat is normal. You see, I got the 30 candy or whatever. But I do probably think I would probably do something different. I don't know what it is though. So I think I told you guys I was scheduled to go to Jamaica. I was actually I would have been there now. I would have been there for 2 days already. But there was no flights going out that way, with everything. And so I got a credit and I can use it. And me and my friend that we're going there, we're going to just plan a different trip for a different month and go from there. It's just one of the things that I wanted to do was go on a trip every year. Or, because I don't do anything so, like, spectacular. The one thing I want to do is spread my mom's ashes. I was supposed to do that. I can't do that because that's going on. Because I have to go to North Carolina in order to do that. Because that's where she was born. And so I can't go there. So she's still with me. And I was going to do that, like, a couple of days before my trip. Because I took, like, I think 3 or 4 days before my trip off. And I was going to go there with my friend. And we were just going to, spread her ashes. And her brother lives in, like, Virginia. So we were going to go there so we could visit him. Or he was going to come with us. And then we were going to drive him back. And then we were going to come back. And then, it'll be like a day or two before our trip. And then this happened. So I haven't been able to do that. So once everything kind of calms down, I'll do it. Because, she would want some of her family there. And right now, especially there's a lot of stuff going on. And I don't want to get sick. So what else do I want to say before I leave? Today's just been a down type of message today. I kind of want, like, it seemed like in the beginning it was fine, and then I kind of went on a tangent somewhere else, and I think that's why I like doing YouTube videos, because you can do that, and hopefully that people understand where you're going with it, and won't judge too harshly. So, I don't know, it's not really important, but I changed cars. I got another one. I love my little yellow car. I wanted to but I don't know. I'm sure some girls will understand. If not, if guys look at this, then some guys would definitely understand. But I was paying more than what the car was worth, even though I got it from a dealership, and it sucked. That I was sorry, my TV's trying to update, and I'm here, so even though I'm about to leave, I should have just let it go through. Anyway, so, like, when I went to try to refinance it, it was already negative equity, and they were like, well, if you pay like another 3 or 4 months on the car, then we could, redo it. But it was losing money so fast that they was never going to do that. So now some people were like, well, if you were financing it, it doesn't matter because it was going to be your car. True, but what happens if I wanted to trade it in later on? Or what happens if there's an accident? I would get, you know what I mean? No. I feel like if I'm paying on something, that it should be worth something at the end of the day. I got that car. I've had that car almost 3 years. Give or take, it could have been 3 years now. and I owed like, I think 20, say let's just say 20,000 on it, and the car was only worth 8,000. What? I'm paying 20 for an $8,000 car? That's like you going to a hairdresser, paying $1,000 for a haircut that you only really should have paid like 10. No, no. Sorry. What time is it? Okay. So, yeah. So I got a new car. I'm excited. Not really. Because it's like starting again on new payments. But I think I'm also melancholy about that is because my mother loved that car. Like as her dementia got worse, when she first saw the car, she was just so excited about it. She thought it was her car. She would sit in the driver's seat and she'd be like, where are we going? Trying to drive it. And I'd have to make sure she couldn't touch that button. Oh my goodness. And it was such a fight to get her out. And one day when I took her out on a road with me and I went to drive her back home, my brother was there. And, she went inside. And then as soon as I went to go drive away, she swore I was stealing her car. It was funny and sad at the same time. So I think that's the only, I guess, attachment I had to the car, just because of that. And I had took a picture of her in the driver's seat, and I wish it was still in my phone. But I had switched phones before all this happened, and before she passed, and it was not iCloud, I think, but it just never transferred over, so I don't have that particular picture, and I'm sad about that. So this is kind of depressing. I don't even know if I really want to upload this, but I'm gonna try to. I've been on here for 37 minutes, so I'm gonna go. I know I'm gonna try to come up here tomorrow, the next day, because I do want to try a couple of the treats, and I do want to show you the other one, and maybe I'll show you some other things I got. Okay? All right. Talk to you guys later. Bye.